Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sissy.
The surprise of Sissy Hankshaw is that she did not grow up a neurotic disaster. If you were a small girl in a low-income suburb of Richmond, Virginia, as Sissy was, and your own daddy sometimes makes jokes about you being all thumbs, then you toughen up or you shatter.
Happy birthday to you.
Did you make a wish?
No, and I'm afraid she ain't gonna make much of a brain surgeon either.
Hey, she could be a butcher. She could retire in 2 years on the overcharges alone.
Might make a hell of a hitchhiker.
If she were a boy, you mean?
She is, if I may speak frankly, somewhat of a medical oddity.
Well, the Lord made them things big for a purpose, although Lord only knows what that might be. Doc, oh, Doc, if a young man ever shows up here with ugly fingers, you know, would you please?
Dear lady, please remember the words of the painter Paul Gauguin, who said, "The ugly may be beautiful, but the pretty never." I don't suppose that means very much to you.
I'm not stupid.
There's nothing about your past, present, or future that your hands do not know. And there's nothing about your hands that Madame Zoe does not know. I, Madame Zoe... Jesus fucking Christ!
Husband. Is she gonna find a husband?
I see men in your life. I also see women. Lots and lots and lots of women.
The gods did not choose Sissy Hankshaw for her thumbs per se, but rather for the use that she would make of them. Hitchhiking would become her customary mode of travel. Hitchhiking would become, in fact, her way of life, a calling to which she was literally born.
Greater freedom of movement.
In perfect dreams, love has no extremes. All the world can be endlessly in perfect dreams. In perfect dreams, you can fly. It seems sailing nakedly, weightlessly in perfect dreams. Dreams have a rendezvous, a flame or two. Dreams
Sissy, precious being, how are you, my extraordinary one? Next time you're near Manhattan, do ring me up. There is a man to whom I simply must introduce you. Thrill, the Countess.
Going no? You want some?
Thanks.
American cheese. It's the king of road food.
You in show business?
I was a successful model once.
For magazines?
I was the only young feminine hygiene do-girl from 1965 to 1970. And then I got laid off.
So now you bumming around?
Yep.
Hitchhiking?
Please don't think me immodest. But I'm really the best.
You're the best?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. When I was younger, I hitchhiked 127 hours without stopping. Crossed the continent twice in 6 days, cooled my thumbs in both oceans, and caught rides after midnight on unlighted highways. When I'm really moving so freely, so clearly, so delicately that even the sex maniacs and the cops can only blink and let me pass, then I embody the spirit and the heart of hitchhiking. I have the rhythms of the universe inside me. I'm in a state of grace. Well, right off, I don't remember how old I was when I found out I was part Indian. My mama's family, a lot of them had lived out west in the Dakotas. One of them had married a squaw, Siwash tribe. You may say that my pleasure in Indianhood and my passion for car travel might be incongruous, if not mutually exclusive. But after all, first car that ever stopped for me had been named in honor of the great chief of the Ottawa. New York City. Sure is a hell of a town.
Honest. You see this guy? This guy?
Sit down, dear. Do sit down. take a load off those lovely tootsies. Would you fancy some sherry? Shit, oh goodness, I'm all out of sherry. How about some Red Ripple? You know what Red Ripple is, don't you? Fruit punch with a hard on. To my own special sissy. So my letter brought you flying, huh? Now, where were you? Salt Lake City, like on it? I may have a little surprise for you. But first, tell me about yourself. It's been 6 months, hasn't it? In some circles, that is half a year. How are you?
Tired.
That is the very first time in the eons that I have known you that I have ever heard you complain. And now you're tired, poor darling.
Born freak can only go uphill.
Freak schmeek. All of us are freaks in one way or another. Try being born a male Russian countess into a white middle-class Baptist family in Mississippi, and you'll see what I mean.
Oh, I've always been proud of the way nature singled me out. It's the people who've been deformed by society I feel sorry for. I've been steady moving for 11 years and some months. I think I should rest up for a spell. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Oh, shit, oh goodness. You won't be 30 for another year, and you're more beautiful than ever.
Does that mean you have an assignment for me?
You were the Yonium girl from, let's see, 1965 through 1970. And you always smell so nice, like a little sister. I loathe the stink of females. They're so sweet the way God made them. Then they start fooling around with men, and soon they're stinking like rotten mushrooms, like an excessively chlorinated swimming pool, like a tuna fish's retirement party. They all stink, from the Queen of England to Bonanza Jelly Bean. They stink.
Bonanza Jelly Bean?
What? Oh. Jelly Bean. She's a young thing who works on my ranch. Anyway, my dear, I am getting out of photography now and into watercolors. The exact man that I have wanted you to meet is my artist, the watercolorist.
Countess.
No. Don't get agitated. I realize that you have always avoided all but the most rudimentary involvements with men. And I might add, you have been right. But what I'm getting at is there comes a time when it is psychologically impossible for a woman to lose her virginity. She can't wait too long, you know. Now, I'm not saying that you must lose yours, but just ponder it a bit, that's all.
Well, what makes you think this watercolorist and I would develop a romantic relationship?
I can't be sure that it would. But what have you got to lose?
Well, okay. I'll try it. For you. Seems kind of silly, though, me going out with an artist in New York City.
Oh, good. You'll enjoy it, you'll see. Julian is a gentleman. And by the way, Sissy, he is a full-blooded Indian.
Hi.
You okay? This is bad. We better get him home.
He has asthma. Take him home. He'll be fine. You come with us.
Yeah.
This cigarette is not helping.
I beg your pardon. I've been enthralled with your photographs for years. When the Countess hinted that you might like to meet me, he never explained why. I was ready to pay for free. And now I had to go and spoil it.
Let's talk back at it.
Come on, honey. It's good.
Dreadful.
It's not your fault.
You know, asthma attacks are brought on by emotional stress. Poor Julia here is just
So high-strung. The excitement of meeting you must have upset his chemical balance or something, because, my dear, you are so stunning.
Don't be afraid of us, sissy. Come on.
Oh, I've never ridden in a cab before. The whole idea of paying for a ride just makes my thumbs hurt.
That is so interesting, but don't worry, dear. It's not nearly as bad as it sounds. Would you take a nice seat in the back?
Crazy Guggenheim has more style.
I'm
You know what you're
saying.
Lay him out on the couch. I'll be right back.
Keep the airways open is what I know. What do you mean? Keep the airways, this. Just take a nice seat, honey. Take your seat. Is this right?
That's fine. That's fine.
You want a drink? Hey! Want a drink?
There. That ought to beat them bronchial buggers into submission. I was a medic in the Army. Thank you. I really should have gone into medicine instead of publishing. Sometimes, though, I think pushing books is a lot like pushing medicine. Think of books as pills. I have pills to cure ignorance, pills to cure boredom, pills to elevate moods, and pills to open people's eyes to the awful truth.
Too bad they don't have a pill for bullshit, is what I say.
So, where do you live, Miss Hanshaw?
I'm staying with the Countess.
I know. But, where do you live when, you're not in New York?
I don't.
You don't?
I mean, I don't live anywhere in particular. I just keep moving.
A traveler, eh?
Well, you might call it that, but I don't really think of it as traveling.
What do you think of it as, then?
Moving.
How unusual. Well, Rupert, before you get too engaged in your research on Scotch as a cure for aging, are you gonna call Elaine and cancel our reservations, or shall I?
What would we do without our little efficiency expert, Carla, huh? Without her, the whole world would just go to hell. She's gonna be running for mayor next year, you know.
Hey, Rupert! Rupert! Up yours, Dr. Book Salesman. Will the demands of your medical profession allow you to cancel, or shall I? Oh, let me do it. Oh, so the girl has to do it. The girl's gonna do it, you're not gonna do it.
Where are the others?
Rupert and Carla had a little hassle and went home.
Julian fell asleep. We covered him up.
Just thought we should make you comfortable, too.
Yes, thanks.
Oh, mine are fuller, but yours are more perfectly shaped.
Highly debatable. I'll wager that the exact same size. Yours are large, Marie. But Miss Hanshaw's, sissies, are more firm. You'd think they would have started to droop, I mean, from not wearing a bra.
Howard?
What's your manners? You're embarrassing her. Here, Sissy, let me compare.
This is a finer place than the place I live.
Sissy. What are you doing?
Getting dressed?
But I don't want you to go. Please, stay. We can go to dinner. I owe you a dinner. And later.
Julian, I have to go.
Why? Why do you have to go?
My thumb's hurt. I made a mistake. I've been negligent. I have to hitchhike a little bit every day, no matter what. But my thumbs, they get stiff and sore. I have to go, Julian.
Sissy had crossed the continent 400 times and passed everybody twice, but she'd never seen anything like what she'd just witnessed in Julian's apartment. Turning to the Countesses for an explanation, she received instead another surprise.
Sissy, Sissy, you can desist from wearing paths in those forgotten highways. The Countess has arranged a job for you. And what a job.
Job for me?
I am once more about to make advertising history. And only you, the original Yoni Umdu girl, could possibly assist me.
The Food and Drug Administration said Wednesday, female deodorant sprays may cause such harmful reactions as blisters, burns, and rashes. Although FDA judges that the reported reactions are not sufficient to justify removal of these products from the market, they are sufficient to warrant the proposed mandatory label warnings.
Shit, oh dear, it's enough to make me asthmatic. The nerve of those twits. What do they know about female odor? Don't interrupt. Here's my concept. My little ranch out west, it's a beauty ranch. Well, it has a few head of cattle for atmosphere and tax purposes, but it is a beauty ranch. A place where unhappy women, divorcees, and widows mostly, can go to lose weight, remove wrinkles, or change their hairstyle, and pretty themselves up for the next disappointment. My ranch is called the Rubber Rose, after the Rubber Rose douchebag, my own invention, and bless its little red bladder, is the most popular douchebag in the world. So, get this. It is on the migratory flight path of the whooping crane, the last flock of wild whooping cranes left in existence. Whooping cranes, in case you didn't know it, are noted for their mating dance. Now, picture these birds doing their sex dance on TV, right there on the home screen. Creation's most elaborate sex ritual, but clean and pure enough to suit the Pope. With lovely Sissy Hankshaw in the foreground, of white gown, red hood attached, big feathery sleeves trimmed in black. And then, in a very subdued imitation of the female whooping crane, she dance walks over to a large nest where there sits a can of yoni yum and a can of dew. Oh, my very goodness gracious. Grandiose, lyrical, erotic, and Girl Scout-oriented. You can't top it.
So the Countess dispatched Sissy out west for her first modeling assignment in years, but not before warning her to keep her distance from those nasty and uppity cowgirls who worked his so-called ranch. He also insisted that she avoid any contact with the alleged holy man who lived on the ridge above the Rubber Rose. Known as the Chink, though apparently he was Japanese American, he appeared to be one of those berry-picking moon howlers, the kind of old kumquat who might fuck a snake and then write a little poem about it.
Taking in, return, and give them out, and taking good things. You feel that? It's good, huh?
Traveled through the Yucatan with the circus, popping false eyelashes off a trained monkey with my bullwhip. When one night, I ate peyote and had a vision. Knew Takami, the mother goddess, came to me on the back of a doe with hummingbirds sipping the tears she was shedding, crying, "Dolores, you must lead my daughters against their natural enemy. You must come to the Rubber Rose Ranch and prepare for your mission." The details of which would be revealed to you in a third vision.
Usually, she preferred to hitchhike without a fixed destination, hitching for hitching's sake, for freedom and movement, and that alone. But something was pulling her to the Rubber Rose, something softer than money and stranger than work.
Someday, if that sissy Hankshaw ever shows up here, I'm gonna teach her how to hypnotize a chicken. Did you know chickens are the easiest critters on earth to hypnotize? You just twirl a chicken in the air 20 times, it's yours forever.
How exciting.
Are you a pilgrim?
No, I'm more of an Indian.
I think she means, are you gonna go see the Chink?
Well, I may not. But seeing him's not my main objective here.
You know, that's good, because, you know, he might not see you. I mean, we drove all the way from Minneapolis and the crazy bastard tried to stone us to death.
Yeah, it bummed me out. I thought he was a master, but he's nothing but a dirty old mountain man. He took out his wanker and shook it at Barbara. I mean, I wouldn't go up there if I were you. I wouldn't, okay? Bye-bye.
It's like showering grass, like a different society.
I had a vision
Dead.
that hit me.
Are you Sissy Hankshaw?
Yes, I am.
Well, my goodness, why didn't you telephone? Someone would have driven into Sisters to pick you up. I'm Miss Adrian from the ranch. The Countess wrote me that I should expect you. Oh, get in. You must be exhausted. Donna, help Miss Hankshaw with her luggage. Twit. You really ought to have phoned. We were just in Sisters, escorting some guests to the afternoon train. More guests leaving ahead of schedule. 3 checked out today. They decided to transfer to Elizabeth Arden's main chance spa in Phoenix, Arizona. It costs $250 a week more than at the Rubber Rose. So, why are our guests leaving and going to Elizabeth Arden's? I'll tell you why. It's that plague of cowgirls.
I'd like to complain. Some of you cowgirls have been sleeping 2 to a bunk again, in violation of the agreement that crimes against nature are to be kept confined to the hayloft.
Well, I don't care who sleeps with who, or where or how, but the moaners and the groaners and the screamers ought to turn down their volume. Because some of us are trying to sleep or meditate.
I'd like to complain about the food here. It's rotten to the core.
Hallelujah, sister.
They've gradually infiltrated every sector of our program.
The energy.
The one named Debbie, she considers herself an expert on diet and exercising.
The ball.
With Bonanza Jelly Bean's permission and against my explicit orders.
Someday.
She's been coercing the guests into trying something called Kundalini Yoga. Do you know what that is? It's trying to mentally force a serpent of fire to crawl up your spinal column. Oh, there's a new one. The one called Del Ruby. She has the goodwill of a scorpion. The little barbarians are destroying everything I've built, mocking all that the company stands for. But now that the season is practically over, we operate April through September. And the Countess is finally coming. I'll get those little peckers. Our ranch has all the latest in modern facilities.
Attention, ladies.
Guests can relax on our veranda or swim in our pool, all in view of spectacular Siwash Ridge. At the Rubber Rose Ranch, we prepare more than 850 low-cal meals per day.
Your attention.
We have a facial wing. Next to that is the hair barn. We have 15 hair experts from all over the world. Up there is where the fanny flap flies off at a rate of about 675 pounds a day. That's a lot of salted ham, Sissy.
Aw.
You to make a movie.
Hey, give me that.
Ladies, as most of you have been informed, one of the fringe benefits of your stay here at the Rubber Rose Ranch is a rare opportunity to get a look at the world's last surviving flock of wild whooping cranes. They stop off here twice a year at that marshy little lake on the north end of the ranch, and you're in luck because even as I speak, the flock's over there right now.
Our special guest, Miss Sissy Hankshaw, is with us. Merciful Jesus, they're murdering the guests.
Es gibt so viele verschiedene Farben von Erdäpfel hier in Amerika. In Deutschland gibt's nur eine Sorte. Ja.
Where are the guests? Where are the guests?
Take it easy, lady. They just were over there with the cowgirls. You're Miss Adrian. We gotta talk about that filming.
Not now, you fool, not now. Those crazed bitches have led innocent women out and are slaughtering them at this moment. We'll all be killed. Oh.
There's a slaughter going on, all right. But it ain't the fat lady yet. Your hired hands are killing the cattle.
The cattle? They're killing the cows?
That's what they said, Miss Adrian.
How dare you slaughter the Countess's cattle? What's a ranch without cows?
We're replacing them with goats. The cows are diseased and in pain. We're just putting them out of their misery. According to Miss Bonanza Jellybean, the rubber rose is indicative of the Countess's values. He purchased a cheap, weak strain of cattle in the beginning, and with him...
Oh, heavens, I don't want to hear what Bonanza Jellybean tells all you girls. Come on, Sissy. I'll show you to your quarters.
Hören Sie, wir müssen über diesen Film sprechen. Das ist sehr wichtig. Ich meine, warum bin ich so weit hier angereist? Ja?
Excuse me, miss. Do you care for your breakfast now?
Feel a bit hungry. Road food. How'd you know?
Well, it is a change of the usual grapefruit and Melba toast, I'm sure.
Compliments of Bonanza Jellybean.
She'll be up to see you directly.
Yep. Welcome, partner.
You seem to know who I am. Maybe even what I am. Thanks for the breakfast.
Oh, I know about Sissy Hankshaw, all right. I've done a little hitchhiking myself. I'd heard tales about you from people I'd meet in jail cells and truck stops.
Jail cells?
I heard about your wonderful thumbs.
Well, you may claim that I have an unfair advantage, but no more so than Nijinsky, whose reputation as the world's most incomparable dancer is untainted by the fact that his feet were abnormal, having the bone structure of bird feet. Nature built Nijinsky to dance, me to direct traffic.
The example of your life has helped me in my struggle to be a cowgirl.
Tell me about it.
About what?
About being a cowgirl. When you say the word, you make it sound like it was painted in radium on the side of a pearl.
Well, I saw my first cowgirl in a Sears catalog. I was 3. Up until then, I'd only ever heard of cowboys. Years later, my real struggle began. I'd been teased by my classmates for some time about my particular fantasy. Cowgirls exist as an image, a fairly common one. The idea of cowgirls, especially for little girls, prevails in our culture. Therefore, it seems to me that the existence of cowgirls should prevail. I mean, otherwise they're being fooled. Like in the Rodeo Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City, there are just 2 cowgirls. 2. And both of them are trick riders. Trick riding is what cowgirls have almost always done in rodeo. Our society sure likes to see its unconventional women do tricks. That's what prostitutes call it. You know, tricking. Did you know that cowgirls have been around for many centuries? Long before America. In ancient India, the care of cattle was always left up to these young women they called gopis. Now, being alone with the cows all the time, these gopis got awfully horny, just like we do here. Each gopi was in love with Krishna, a good-looking hunk of a god who played the flute like it was going out of style. And when the moon was full, this Krishna would play his flute by the river and call the gopis to him. Then, he would multiply himself 16,000 times, one for each gopi, and make love to each one the way she most desired. There they were, 16,000 gopis bawling Krishna on the riverbank, and the energy of their merging was so great that it created a huge oneness, a total union of love, and it was God. Quite a picture, huh? Wow. Well, that couldn't be Krishna, could it? Bit shrill for a flute. Just our rotten luck. Well, I gotta run. Dolores says I'm needed. Somebody's here. Maybe it's the Countess.
So you look like a big bird, wonderful bird, go down and you protect the product like...
But I'm not a bird, sir. I'm a girl.
But you look like a bird to me and you will look to the people who will watch the commercial. Come on, Sissy, we're working here. Okay. Slowly you rise and you look at the product, you turn around and the camera will then see you and the camera's over there. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, then let's do it. And remember, just be great, okay?
Sir.
Okay, do it. Go down. And stand by. Music! Action! Cut! We do it again.
Dolores zonks out on peyote at least once a week. But so far, her third vision hasn't happened. Nuitakame, the mother goddess, it seems has not gotten back in touch with her yet. Meanwhile, she and Debbie are rivaling each other like a couple across town high schools. Tension. Cowgirl tension. What a drag.
What is Debbie's position?
Well, Debbie says that if women are to take charge again, they must do it in a feminine way. They mustn't resort to aggressive and violent masculine methods. She says it is up to women to show themselves better than men, to love men and set good examples for them, guide them tenderly toward the new age. She's a real dreamer, that Debbie dear.
So, you don't agree with Debbie then?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I expect she's right ultimately, but I'm with Dolores when it comes to fighting for what's mine. This is cowgirl territory, and I'll stand with Dolores and fight any bastards that might deny it. I guess I've always been a scrapper. Look, this scar, only 12 years old, and I was felled by a silver bullet.
Dear. Look at him. Reverse as a pink pickle.
Well, he's in a snit. He wants to see you after the barbecue.
Oh, really?
Well, why don't you go ahead and get the girls, because he's going to see me right now.
Great.
You will all be rounded up and sent to prison if this goes any farther. This is not your ranch.
You pathetic little cutesy poos. You actually believe that this exhibition of childlike melodrama is advancing the cause of freedom?
Yes!
You owe us. This here ranch is token payment to your disgusting exploitation.
That's right.
Then take it.
Go for it, girls.
Go to your bunkhouse and stay there.
Better reach for your spray cans.
Yeah!
Not one of these pussies been washed in a week.
Yeah, smell this!
Any of you ladies who would like to join us, welcome to stay on as full working partners at the Rubber Rose. The rest of you get packed, and I mean now. You got 15 minutes to move your hard asses off this ranch.
Torn between her loyalty to her benefactor, the Countess, and her growing affection for Jellybean and the cowgirls, a confused sissy hit the road with not a Pontiac in sight.
Ho, ho, hee, hee.
Hey, wait!
Come on, baby, I'll make you supper.
I'm a friend of Bonanza Jelly Beans.
I know.
There's been some trouble on the ranch, you know. It's so dark now. Doubt if I could find my way back by myself.
You save your breath for the climb.
I don't know how to poke.
Me neither. Personally, I prefer Stevie Wonder or Tony Bennett. But what the hell? Those cowgirls are always complaining and bitching about there's only one station in the area and all it does is ever play polkas. Well, I say you can dance to anything as long as you feel like dancing.
I pledge to you tonight from this office that I will do everything in my power to ensure that the guilty are brought to justice and that such abuses are purged from our political processes in the years to come, long after I have left this office. Some people
Sissy, the earth is alive. She burns from the heat of eternal cosmic longing. She longs for her mate. She groans, she moans, she turns softly in her sleep. Yeah. I love those cowgirls. But I just can't be a party to their utopian dreaming.
What do you believe in then?
Ha ha. Ho ho. Hee hee.
When in doubt, keep moving. There was no road that did not expect her, no vehicle she could not command. In the post office boxes that she maintained near a dozen different Indian reservations, she frequently found letters from the liberated ranch. And thus, wherever she traveled, Jelly Bean traveled with her.
Sissy, don't act dumb with me. The cowgirls are involved in this whooping crane disappearance. You know perfectly well they are. Last seen in Canada, didn't make it to Texas. Seawash Lake is between Canada and Texas. The cowgirls have possession of Seawash Lake.
I don't know anything about it.
Sissy, you are trying to protect those scuzzy bitches. Well, let conscience be your guide, as my mama used to say, but it won't work. Those stinking sluts are going to suffer.
Shut your mouth.
Shit. Oh, dear.
Sissy, I'm remembering your sweet hands on my scar. In a few minutes, I'm going to return to the scene of our love. Last spring, Debbie and I left mountains of brown rice for the cranes to munch, and they stayed at the pond longer than they ever had in the past. This time, we're going to try a different diet on them to see if they won't stay even longer. By the way, I'm visiting the Chink once a week again. Now you know my little secret, huh? Well, I hear that you don't exactly sit at his feet listening to Bible stories. He's really something, isn't he, the billy goat? I love you, Bonanza Jelly Bean.
Well, he's not out of danger, but I think we can safely say he's going to make it. Now, I'd be pretty surprised if he didn't. However, there is evidence of injury to the frontal lobe, and I have reason to fear that this injury may be permanent.
Brain damage? You mean he's gonna be a vegetable?
Vegetable? No, I wouldn't say that. We won't know the extent of the injury for some days. But there is a genuine possibility of severe and lasting behavioral defects. I wouldn't classify it in the vegetable category, however.
Thumbs that not once in a lifetime had been raised in anger, that had often known bliss but never violence, that were wound round with artistic skill and athletic glory, now had been reduced to the status of weapons. A sorrowful Sissy had her thumbs transport her to the one person she knew who might disarm her, or should we say, disthumb her.
I'm afraid I can't help you.
Oh, Doctor.
Please, child, don't be dismayed. We all have our problems these days. But as the painter Van Gogh said, mysteries remain, sorrow or melancholy remains, but the everlasting negative is balanced by the positive work which thus is achieved after all. I don't suppose that means very much to you. I have retired, a victim of a malpractice suit. My last operation was a simple reworking of a boy's nose. I was a bit overenthusiastic. Succumbing to my suppressed artistic drives, I sculpted in living flesh on the face of little Bernie Schwartz, the world's first cubistic nose. Ah, the thumb. The thumb, the thumb, the thumb. The thumb, the thumb, the thumb. One of evolution's most ingenious inventions. A built-in tool sensitive to texture, contour, and temperature. An alchemical lever. The secret key to technology. The link between the mind and art. A humanizing device. The marmoset and the lemur are thumbless. None of the New World monkeys has opposable thumbs. The spider monkey's thumbs are absent or reduced to a tiny tubercle. The thumbs of the pato are set at an angle of 180 degrees to the other digits. And so, you are demanding at last the privileges of thumb that nature has perversely denied you?
I just want to be normal, Doctor. Give me that old-fashioned normality. It was good enough for Crazy Horse, and it's good enough for me.
Ah, yes. Very well, my dear. Here's what we can do.
International Airport information, Delta. Ground weather, 6,000 scattered, 14,000 scattered, visibility 25 miles. Temperature 69.12. Wind is from ground altimeter 290.490. Yes, my approaching Dallas, 33 left. Landing runway to be opposed, 263 rate. Touch runway.
Whooping cranes are here, all right. They're in fine shape. And as you must have saw from your flying machine, unrestrained, free to go as they please. But this is private property, and you aren't setting a foot on it, none of you.
We'll be back, and when we come back, we'll have a court order and a fistful of search warrants.
I'm scared of you.
It will be my extreme pleasure to report to the President, who has been gravely concerned about the fate of our whooping cranes, and to the Interior Secretary and the American people, that the entire flock of cranes is indeed at Siwash Lake and in apparently healthy condition. The cranes have built brooding nests around the entire circumference of the lake and have hatched chicks there. Including the young birds, there are approximately 60 cranes in the flock. While this is good news, it's also quite bewildering. Whooping cranes are territorially minded and have never been known to nest within a mile of each other, and yet here they're virtually side by side.
The whooping crane has been driven to the edge of extinction
by an aggressive, brutal, patriarchal system intent on subduing the earth and establishing its dominion over all things. In the name of God the Father, law, order, and economic progress. From men,
the whooping crane has received neither love nor respect. Men have drained the crane's marshes,
stolen its eggs, invaded its privacy, polluted its food, blown it apart with buckshot. Obviously,
a patriarchal society does not deserve anything as grand and beautiful and wild and free as the whooping crane. You men have failed in your duty to the crane. Now it is women's turn. The cranes are in our charge now. We will protect them as long as they still require protection, while working toward a day when the creatures of this earth no longer have to suffer man's egoism, insensitivity, and greed. We refuse your order. We say,
take your order and shove it.
It's Jellybean.
Birds staying with us. Get lost, Mac.
I pinned myself against the wall, stationed like a horse in stall, just wishing they might call me on. There I hung in the hall, collecting dust. That's all I needed to do. While in the corner, quite a size, he sits talking whiskey-wise, hoping to throw me off. But no matter how he tries, I'll just look him in the eye. That's all that I need to do. That's all it took to see I was wasting time. That's all it took to see I was walking the line. I'm gonna run high as can be. I'll look behind and see them following me.
There came a point when Dolores felt compelled to get in her peyote wagon and leave the ranch. She had a mission to perform. The cowgirls protested that it was much too dangerous, but they knew better than to try to interfere. Unfortunately, there were federal agents who had no such qualms.
You heard on the radio where they set Dolores's bail at $50,000? Man, right when we really needed her.
Let's celebrate!
Ain't that just like women?
Looks like every time we get together, things are in a mess.
So be it. It's pretty serious this time, though, huh? All these guns. You actually prepared to kill and die for whooping cranes?
Hell no. The cranes are wonderful, but I'm not in this for whooping cranes. I'm in it for cowgirls. If we cowgirls give in to authority on this crane issue, then cowgirls become just another compromise. I want a finer fate than that for me and every other cowgirl. Better no cowgirls at all than cowgirls compromised.
How did this business get started, anyhow? And why are the birds nesting here?
You were aware we were feeding them, weren't you? We fed them brown rice. They stayed over a couple of extra days. And we decided to try something different. We mixed our brown rice with fish meal. Whoopers love seafood. Then Dolores suggested another ingredient. We think that's what did the trick.
You mean?
Peyote. They're drugged? Oh, come off it, sissy. What do you mean drugged? Every living thing is a chemical composition, and anything that is added to it changes that composition. If you eat a cheeseburger or Three Musketeers bar, it changes your body chemistry. The kind of food you eat, the kind of air you breathe can change your mental state. Does that mean you're drugged?
No, I guess not.
Drugged is a stupid word.
But the peyote is obviously affecting their brains. It's made them break a migratory pattern that goes back thousands of years.
The way I see it, the peyote mellowed them out, made them less uptight. They were afraid. The humans and bad weather. That's why they migrated and kept to themselves. Peyote has enlightened them. It's taught them there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Now they're digging life and letting the bad vibes slide on. Don't worry. Be happy. Be here now.
This here discussion is destined to become academic. Because we've got less than half a bag of peyote buttons left, and Dolores' run ended up in the sisters' jail. So any day now, we'll get a chance to see how the Whoopers behave when they come down. But in the meantime, I'd like to say this about fear.
Judge Greenfield, at the request of the ACLU, has granted a 48-hour extension of the deadline by which the Rubber Rose Cowgirls must comply with his order. Negotiations between the Cowgirls and the government are expected to follow. Another item in, the forewoman of the Rubber Rose Ranch, Dolores Del Ruby, is now free on bond. After having been arrested in Sisters with more than 50 pounds of peyote buttons, her bail has been paid by the owner of the besieged ranch, Countess Products, Inc. Miss Del Ruby's bail having come from the tycoon's personal advisor, a certain Dr. Robbins of New York City.
Dr. Robbins?
It isn't for ourselves that we take this stand. It isn't for cowgirls. It's for all the daughters everywhere. This is an extremely important confrontation. This is womankind's chance to prove to her enemy that she is willing to fight and die. And if we women don't show here and now that we're willing to fight and die, then our enemy will never take us seriously.
That's right.
And men know that no matter how strong our words or determined our deeds, there is a point where we'll back down and give them their dinner.
I love you. Every time I tell you I love you, you flinch. That's your problem.
If I flinch when you say you love me, it's both our problems. My confusion becomes your confusion. Students confuse teachers. Patients confuse psychiatrists. Lovers with confused hearts, confused lovers with clear ones.
Victory for every female, living or dead, who has suffered under the temporary defeat of masculine insensitivity to their inner lives.
I'll fight the bastards.
I'll fight them with bean gas if necessary.
Sun's gone down. So those of you who are not standing watch, get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow morning, we'll plan our fight. Tomorrow afternoon, those of you who would like to join me in the reeds. The Cranes and I will be sharing the last crumbs in the peyote sack.
Lost in a psychedelic trance, Dolores, queen of the whooping crane rustlers, wandered among the nest of those great birds who would rather go extinct than change their lives to suit the ways of men. Peyote buttons sang in Dolores' brain like a choir, and above that ancient chorus, there eventually rose the voice of Niwetukami, the Divine Mother, calling her daughter to her mighty throne. There, the promise of the third vision was fulfilled. But what was said and what was shown?
It is women's mission to destroy as well as it is to give birth. We will destroy the tyranny of the dull, but we cannot do it with guns or with whips. Oh no, we will destroy our enemy in other ways. The Peyote Mother has promised a fourth vision, but it won't come to me alone. It'll come to each of you. Every cowgirl in the land. But first, we have to end all this business with the government and the Cranes. It's been positive and fruitful, but it's gone on far enough. Playfulness ceases to have a serious purpose when it takes itself too seriously.
Well, what we got to do is one of us has got to go up that hill and tell them boys that America can have its whooping cranes back. Now, since I'm the boss here and since I'm responsible for a lot of you choosing to be cowgirls in the first place, it's gonna be me that goes. No buts about it. It's getting lighter by the second. You partners keep your heads down, all right? I'll see you soon. Ta-ta. Well, better get rid of these. They give those Greenwood dudes a fright.
She's gonna fire.
Shit! Shit! Hey, no, no, no!
You got 2 minutes to come out with your hands up.
Stop it!
You bastard!
hiding scar where I fell on a wooden horse when I was 12. I wasn't really shot with a silver bullet. Or was I? You know, partners, you can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. God, but it's good to be a cowgirl.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, our dear departed friend. When we meet out there, where pastures never end. Happy trails to you until
Is everything getting worse?
Yeah. Everything is getting worse. But it's also getting better.
Yeah. Countess has come to our aid. The Rubber Rose Ranch has been officially deeded over to the cowgirls. I've been asked to oversee the ranch for $300 a week. And the Countess, he's not going to be the vegetable the doctors thought he was. He's a picture. There he is.
I'm splitting the ridge. Help me out. Look, the westbound choo-choo's out of here at 1:40. I'm on it. You drive me in the station.
Don't ever bet against paradox, ladies! If complexity doesn't get you, paradox will!
The brown paper bag is the only thing civilized man has produced that does not seem out of place in nature. Crumpled into a wad of wrinkles like the fossilized brain of a dryad, blending with rock and vegetation as if it were a burrowing owl's doormat or a jackrabbit's underwear, a number 8 craft paper bag lay discarded in the Oregon hills and appeared to live where it lay. Once, long ago, it had borne a package of buns and a jar of mustard to a kitchenette rendezvous with a fried hamburger. Most recently, the bag had held love letters. As a hole in an oak hides a squirrel's family jewels, the bag had hidden love letters in the bottom of a bunkhouse trunk. Then, one day after work, the lanky filly to whom the letters were addressed gathered bag and contents under her arm, slipped out to the corral, past ranch hands pitching horseshoes and ranch hands flying Tibetan kites, saddled up and trotted into the hills. A mile or so from the bunkhouse, she dismounted and built a small fire. She fed the fire letters, one by one, the way her girlfriend had once fed her French fries. As words such as sweetheart and honey britches and forever and always burned away, the cowgirl squirted a few fat tears. Her eyes were so misty, she forgot to burn the bag.
As a child, my dream